Hey guys! So we're about to do something fun. So first of all, thank you for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. You're really supporting my weight loss journey and you're amazing for doing that. So this video is just gonna be one dessert. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. It's probably not gonna be that long. But we're about to make it together. So I'm gonna show you the ingredients and let's see if you can guess what we're gonna make, but you're gonna find out anyway. All right guys, what do you think we're making with these 3 ingredients? If you haven't guessed yet, we are gonna make cake cones. So I made these when I was younger and I brought them to school with me and I loved doing it. It's so much fun to do it, honestly. But I've never done it with sugar-free cake or soda mixed with it and not the regular ingredients. So we're gonna see how it goes, but these are 1 point a piece, and then I'll figure out the servings for this, how much the servings for each one of those is gonna be, and I'll put it on the screen. So let's get to it. Alrighty guys, so right now I'm having to do a voiceover because my fiance was talking so loud and I didn't even realize it. So I have this box of sugar-free cake mix. I'm gonna go ahead and pour that into my KitchenAid. This cake mix divided out into the Weight Watchers app ends up being 2 points for a cupcake when I got 24 cupcakes. So I'm going to go ahead and take this can of Diet Dr. Pepper with cream soda. I just got them today and I feel like I've already drank a lot of them. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and pour that in and mix it on up. I go ahead and use my spatula to get the stuff off the sides just to make sure everything's getting mixed together. You see how bubbly that gets? It's so cool. I love it. But that's the only ingredient you need to make this cake. So let's go ahead and see the next steps. Alrighty guys, so here we are. I got my mix all mixed together and I'm using my little spoon that came with my Instapot. Honestly, this is the best thing for cupcakes. I do make a little bit of the mess because mixing the Coke inside the cake mix, it seriously makes it have this bubbly texture, and it was like growing as I was pouring it into the things. But yeah, so I just go ahead and fill these up. I only get 22 of them filled up though. But okay, so let's go ahead and watch for the next steps. Okay, so I finally got all the holes filled up that I could get filled. I'm taking the cupcake cones, or they're really just ice cream cones, but they call them cake cones. It's kind of weird. And I'm fitting these holes. It honestly is taking me a little bit because the cupcake liners are a little bit bent for some reason. I couldn't get them flat around the edges. So it's getting hard to get them stuck in there because you want it to be able to bake up into the cone right. When you put them on top. Honestly, this isn't the only way you can do them. I've seen people, because when you do them this way, the cake bakes up and it almost gets to the very end. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. The one I ate today pretty much got to the end. But I've seen people do it where they pour the cake mix into the cone and just bake the cone straight up. I didn't want to risk that because I know myself and I know how clumsy I am, and I knew I probably would have had it tilt over in the oven. But yeah, so I'm just having a little bit of trouble with this. But that's what I'm doing, just putting the cones on top of the cake mix. I only had 12 cones and I didn't even realize that. So some of them are regular, some of them will have cones. Okay, so we're baking it on 325 for 23 minutes. Alrighty guys, how do we think the dessert's gonna turn out? I'm curious because I was having some issues putting the cones into the cupcake liners. There's a couple different ways you can make these. You can put the cone into the cupcake liner with the cupcake mix, or you can leave the cupcake cone straight up and fill it with the cupcake mix. But I didn't want to do that because I can see myself dropping them and then just turning this big old mess and pouring it into my oven. I really don't want to have to clean that. So yeah, I wonder how they're going to turn out. I've done them before, but it's been a couple years, so we're going to see. Okay, so they actually turned out pretty good. If you can tell right here, I'm going to go ahead and start peeling off the cupcake liner around the cone. So if you notice, some of the cake's coming off around the edges, but that's because we're baking, it's staying like on the cone. It's not sticking onto the cone. So when you pull it off like that, it's going to have that little ring around it. Honestly, it probably could have had to done something with the Dr. Peppers, but really, it really didn't pull off much of the cake, and it was so good. So if you can see with all these being pulled off, really all the cake's staying on there. It's not ripping off the what's in the inside, just what's around the edges, which is cool because it's a cupcake cone. Okay, so if you can see right here, I got all the cupcake liners off, and now I'm taking a half tablespoon of that sugar-free icing, which is 1 point. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a little blop of the half tablespoon over each of the cones, and I'm going to flatten it out, and it's going to be good. Alrighty guys, so you see this was a very easy recipe, but so yummy. I'm just sprinkling some cinnamon on top to give it some color, and honestly, it was pretty good. I've never done that before, but I didn't have any sprinkles. So, alrighty, y'all need to try this recipe out. Thank you so much for getting this far in the video. I might look weird because I'm in my bedroom and the lights are off and all this stuff, and I don't feel like standing up. But I just wanted to tell y'all thank you for getting this far. I really appreciate everybody that's been following me and watching my journey. It really helps me stay motivated, and I hope I'm inspiring some of y'all on some great meals. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. Maybe I can do some more videos like this where I just do one recipe, one dessert or dinner or something like that. It'll be pretty cool. Even if you didn't give me a thumbs down, that's cool too. I really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button for me. Alrighty guys, so we'll see you later, okay?